What would you say is the biggest mistake that guys make? Because I know you've done hundreds, maybe thousands of consultations at this point with guys. What is the biggest mistake that married guys make? For guys in a committed relationship where they're maybe cohabitating or something? Or?
Number one, and I know this is a lot of the times the red pill community don't agree with this, is being something that you're not.
Okay.
From the gate. You know, they say, oh, be yourself is bullshit. I think you should be the best version of yourself. But what happens is a lot of guys get into situations and they fake something that they're not. And then the woman like what they pretend to be. It's hard to sustain yourself over a long term.
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z said, it's only so long fake thugs can pretend, right? And so when a lot of times you'll see guys get with these women and the real them come out.
Yeah.
And the woman like, what the fuck? And so the problems start. That's one. Another thing is, again, not making women earn their keep, right? So, you know, they don't make women earn their keep. So you have a lot of guys who all the bitch got to do is be pretty and cook and clean and suck and fuck, right? That's not enough. Like, that don't equal the amount of work you put in. Like, that's not an even swindle. If all the woman got to do is look pretty and fuck and cook and shit, you got to go out, kill the food, bring the food back, work, deal with all this shit. That's not enough to deal with that. So a lot of guys don't require much of their women. Yeah. So 10 years later, when it's time to leave, right? It's like, oh, well, she took everything from me and I gave so much. Me, I look at it like this. Anytime a bitch leave me, she earned her keep anyway. I ain't even mad because I got what I needed out of her. Right. You see what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't do that. And it'd be easier for the woman to walk away. It's easy for a woman to walk away where she didn't help you build. And not necessarily get the money with you, but wherever she don't have a stake at, wherever she don't have real equity at, it's easier for her to walk away. It's easy after 15 years, she could wake up and be like, I'm bored now. Yeah. But if a bitch...
Now you on Fresh and Fit, baby. You can say what you want to say. This ain't TikTok, man. Let's fucking go, bro.
If a woman doesn't help you, if a woman don't have no stake, it's just, like I said, it's just easier for her to, you know. But if she's been there with you, building one step, you know, brick by brick, every step of the way, and just because you have yourself together don't render a woman useless. There's always something for a woman to do. Fact. So, you know, it's harder for her to wake up and be like, you know what, I'm bored here. You know, I want something new. I want something else. Because she don't have equity in it. She don't have stakes. She don't feel like a team player. A lot of guys make that mistake. A lot of guys. And so when the woman leave, they feel like they got the short end of the stick. It's like, oh, she got everything. And, you know, I gave so much, and it's just, you got to make them earn it. You got to make them earn their keep.
Yeah. So having a trophy home, a trophy wife at home is the worst thing you guys can do, man. Contrary to popular belief.
It is.
Because dudes like.
But look at all the guys and the celebrities that had the trophy wives. They always leave and always take all their shit.
Yeah.
You know. Versus you look at guys like Snoop Dogg or E40 or you know, who's Ice Cube. They women been down with them, helping them every step of the way for the last 30, 40 years.
Yeah. And they still there.
And they still there.
Still there.
Yeah, I think the key too is like, I mean, not to make it sound this kind of could be evil and vindictive, but like, you got to make sure that she's still. You better have her working until her sexual market value prime is gone, bro. Yeah. If you're gonna be on that type of shit, and I hate to say that because what they found is, I forget what fucking study it was or whatever, but like they found that women are far more likely. Me and Rolo were talking about this. I'll find it. Women are far more likely to divorce if they feel as though there's still options in the dating market for them to get back out there for.
Yeah. So you have to be. It's just like in marketing. Like, you have to be the guy. Like, you have to make yourself the one. Yeah. Like, that's not to say that there's not going to be it, because it's somebody always better than you. But you have to position yourself, and you have to engineer your situation so when she look up, there is nobody else. You have to be that much of a value to her life, and she has to be that invested into not only you, but y'all's situation. And that's what that's just some game. A lot of guys make their situation about just me and the woman in love. Like, players don't do that. We make it about it's bigger than us. Like, this is our thing. It's not just about me and you. So you have to kind of paint this, like, this is our world type of thing. Not just, oh, I'm in love with you so much, baby, and, you know, it's just me and you. Almost, how do you say this?
Like an empire.
Yeah, but what do they call this shit? Almost like romanticize your thing.
Sell her a
Like
dream.
she has to be invested into the thing, not just you, but the thing. Like where we going?
vision. I
see
The
what you're saying.
vision. Like she
Yeah.
has to be invested into that.
The future.
You see what I'm saying? Most guys just they make
Sell
it
her a
about
dream, my friend.
they make
Sell her a dream.
they make it about just me and you and so in love. Is the shit get way bigger than that?
Yeah.
You know, the game get way deeper.
I
than
think
that.
for the audience, so that they can kind of put a picture to this. You guys, after the show's done, go ahead and listen to Justin Timberlake, "My Love." And then the song,
My love.
you know, I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand, you know, all this shit, right? See us sitting on the countryside, you know, blah, blah, blah. And what he's doing in that song, right, is hilarious because we all know Justin Timberlake's a player. But he's selling a dream. So on one end, to the untrained eye, it's like, oh, this is a simp tale.
Yeah.
But the reality is what he's really doing is he's giving the girl a dream of a future, of commitment, of being able to do certain things together, right? So
What life could be like.
Yeah.
This is, you know,
I mean, if you look at it in the sense of, for example, movies and cartoons, when they were younger, they saw Disney movies, they saw movies of romantic stuff as the future of what they could have. So you as a man now, give her that vision. I'm gonna give you this lifestyle.
Right.
I'm that guy to be with.
whether it be a
they're
lifestyle.
putting the lyrics in this chat now. Y'all
Whether
niggas know,
it be a
okay.
lifestyle, but a lot of guys don't, you know, and that's something that more advanced guys do. They kind of make it more like she have to be more than committed to just me. You have to be committed to this thing that we
vision.
got going on.
Yeah.
This vision.
Help
Where
me
we gonna
build this
end up.
empire, girl.
Help me-
When you say
yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that, and they get really excited.
They get invested into it. That's what
Angie.
that's what they here to do anyway. It appeals to their nature.
Yeah.
You know, but you got to have something going on. You can't be no dusty.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
know,
Yeah.
You can't be no dusty dude sitting, smoking weed all day playing the game, talking about let's
Yeah.
build, let's build,
And you
let's
can't
build.
fake-
You gotta
can't
have
fake
something
either.
going on.
Yeah,
You know?
because you could get away with that for maybe a week, a month, 2 months, but bro, you keep it ain't gonna last forever
Yeah,
doing that
they
dumb
ain't gonna
shit.
stay around, especially nowadays. They're not gonna sit around and watch you lollygag. And
Would you say, because you said women tolerate less nowadays, would you say the internet is a direct influence on why women tolerate far less?
The 100% influence of why they tolerate less.
Yeah.
It's no other reason. It's not that they've evolved to be these, bigger and better women and shit like that. Nah, it's just you have memes and accounts and shit. Just like men are now starting to not tolerate shit because you got guys like us telling them.
Yeah.
Women been had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, don't accept less and Shira 7 and all them and I would never go to Cheesecake Factory. She got 150,000 young women watching this and shit. And so now it's just a monkey see monkey do thing. with
Yeah. Women have had game and shit like that for a long time, and they've been like sharing this information about it for a while.
In group
and
chats.
And there's been
in,
books.
forums.
There's been books. Women read a lot. You know what I mean? Like if you look, women read books on this shit a lot of the times. Like guys just started like getting into this thing in the past couple of years. I remember before like all of us blew up on the internet. Like, bro, the whole pickup community and red pill shit, that was like, bro, it was like nobody knew about it. Like they didn't know about none of that shit. It was like, kind of like a hidden secret. Like, oh, yo, you know how to get girls, bro. Like, this is what you do. Like, you just cold approach, blah, blah, blah. And it was like underground community until Mystery came out, right? Mystery came out, I remember, with the pickup artists in like, they're 2005, 2006, 2007, somewhere around that time. And that's like when it kind of hit like the mainstream media. But we still didn't have the internet and social media to really spread it.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of a buzz. People kind of like figured out that shit. That's how I found this community. But it wasn't really until like the internet hit and forums, and then boom, like TikTok, social media, etc. And I would say, I got to give ourselves a little bit of credit. Like we're one of the biggest people to like bring the red pill out there, like to the mainstream, like making the shit mainstream, right? And then obviously you were right there with us, because you were blowing up at TikTok right around the same time.
Yeah.
Now guys have this information, but if you really look at it, like so many guys are behind. Like, bro, we've only touched a fraction of the male audience. And if you don't believe me, look at one of my. You want to know how you know the world is so blue pill? If you look at like one of my videos on TikTok or some shit like that, I didn't post that, like hit the algo randomly. You gonna see a bunch of blue pill people. This guy's a misogynist. This guy's crazy.
It's crazy.
This
It's
guy's
like-
a weirdo. Wow, who talks about women like that? That's when you realize, like, oh shit.
Misogyny.
Because if you take our videos, because if you put it in our audience, right, it's like an echo chamber. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. But if you put it out to like
right,
regular
yeah.
niggas,
Yeah.
regular girls and dudes, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this shit? They're gonna look at it like it's like fucking.
Until they get hurt. Or
Yeah.
divorced.
But
Yeah.
even then, what I seen with that is like they don't wake up then until like they see something that like until they like, because these guys, whether they get hurt over it, they just think they making a bad choice. So it's like, okay, well,
I'm try again.
You know, I'm gonna just try again with a girl that fucking
Yeah,
lives
yeah.
in the
She
country
was the
town and
wrong
said
one.
She was the wrong one and
Yeah.
shit. Nah, bro. Nah, you clueless. You just have no clue.
Yeah.
But I just didn't. It blew my mind like how many guys just don't. I thought everybody was like me before I started doing this.
Yeah,
like
that
I
shit
thought
crazy, right?
everybody was just like had a kind of, you know, because again when you don't have the internet, all you know is your little world.
Yeah.
You know, your neighborhood
Yeah.
or wherever you go. So you think that everybody's like you, and it's just it's almost again sad to see like how many guys are clueless to
Can you even like have conversations or tolerate dudes that like are clueless like that? Like I can't even, me personally, I can't even be around blue pill
Yeah.
dudes no more. I can't do it.
I can in a sense, but it can't be about that. Like it'll have to be about
Business.
like we have to be talking about video games,
Oh,
or
okay.
business
Gotcha.
or something
Some
like
other
that.
shit.
You know, but as far as like the game, it's like you keep them out of that. I actually got a good friend, right? A good friend of mine, he's probably watching, but it's not like a street guy, nothing, like a good guy. It's an Italian guy. It's him and his dad. What y'all would consider blue pill, they've been like that since I was in high school. And I used to go to their house a lot. And I used to, like, they used to hear me in the way that I talk to women. They used to thought I was like the most like evil person. It's like, how could you? But I wasn't like a bad guy, but I would just be more assertive when I would talk to women. This is back in the days when you used the house phone and they pick up the phone and they listening and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, so they used to think that like, they used to think that I was just like this horrible person. Who
What would you
treated
tell
her-
them that shocked them?
Like just, hey, come over and bring me this. Like, oh, I want to see you so bad, because you got to think before Instagram and social media, women didn't have access to you like that, and so they missed you. So they ain't seen you all week. They can't get in touch with you all week. There was no cell phones, so where they had access. Now women think you owe them something. But back then, it would be like, you know, they missed you. And
Different
so,
world, bro.
You know, I would call them. They'll catch up with me at my friend's house, and it's like, oh, I want to see you so bad, please. I was like, oh, well, you got to bring me some food or bring me some cigarettes and shit. And they would hear me do this, and they just thought that I was like the scum of the earth. But now they get it.
Now
Now
they
they get it.
understand.
Both of them, now they get it. They see me now. It's like, man,
Did they get
you was
divorced or like lose their chick or some shit
right.
like that? or?
My friend's dad, since I knew my friend, he has been single. Like he divorced my friend's mom. I hope he gonna be mad at me for saying this shit. But and this is like one of my good friends, not like a street associate or nothing.
He divorced
like
her
that.
or she divorced her?
The mom and the dad split up, and
Yeah.
ever since I've known them, the mom and the dad has been split up, and he was living with his dad.
Okay.
And he's never remarried since then, and he's probably
He
like,
said,
Forget about it.
they're crazy. They're Italian.
Yeah.
He's been single ever since, and I met them in 1999, 2000.
God damn.
You know, he's old man now. He's still just like,
You met them when NSYNC was out.
yeah.
It's tearing up my
But
heart.
I think it's important to note though that even though we are RP aware, the world isn't RP aware.
It's
Yeah.
not,
You
it's
gotta
just
move
so
accordingly.
many. It's just
Yeah.
so many
And-
guys,
yeah,
but
you gotta hide that
don't.
shit.
But also you having this knowledge, you don't just throw it out everywhere. You say,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me read the temperature of the room. All right, what's he about? What's he on?
Yeah.
All right, if it's like that, you push on somebody like that, they be like, yo, what's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
niggas gonna
and
think
they
you
make
crazy,
ask you
bro.
what business deals, all this stuff. You gotta
Yeah.
move accordingly and move
Like
smart.
we kind of almost like with what we do, like back then this was considered like violating, because you don't like the game was not considered to like the game, as you say, the game is to be sold, not told.
Sold, not
Yeah.
told,
Right, and so suckers don't deserve good game, and so like if you saw a guy that was sleep, you let him sleep.
Yeah.
And you had to earn, like my dad taught me shit like this. Like it wasn't like, you know, and I had to bump my head and figure it out. There wasn't no thing where we could just go to somebody and he just tell you everything for $100 and he give you an ebook and all this shit.
Yeah,
There was none of that. That's still now to guys that's like out there is considered frowned upon with what we do.
See, if someone asks me that, like, I know in real life and have issues, I'll tell them the game. But
Yeah.
if I have issues, I'm just gonna watch. And if they say, yo, Fresh, what do you think about this? Then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, here, do this. Nah, 'cause
Yeah.
they're like, hold on, that's my girl, bro. Don't talk to her like that. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, relax.
Yeah, man. Like it.
But
It's crazy how many guys sleepwalk through life, man, and it's just like wild to me. And even now, like with the emergence of the internet, I'm glad because we've been able to wake up a lot of people and like
Yeah.
you know put them on to like other creators that like you know whether it's you
Yeah.
or Rolo or any of these guys in the space, because I really do think like we all are kind of trying to do the same thing and keep guys from like fucking their lives up, because women will fuck your life up, bro. I can't tell you how many guys like literally are ready to end, like you said, really ready to end it all for a female that doesn't even fucking deserve it in the first place. Like, bro, this girl was a 304. You should never gave her a relationship. Why the fuck do you get in a relationship with her? And then you're ready to end it for her. And it's like, bro, she was playing you the whole time.
you know what's funny?
Yeah.
People will play our videos in front of their girlfriend because they don't want to say it, but because
Niggas will play the
they
podcast out
know.
loud, yeah.
She's gonna be like, why do you say that? Who's that?
Why you watching that?
He does have a point though. And then that's how they break into the conversation from us just talking about it on live.
Yeah.
But you're not even supposed to do that. Like, you're
Yeah.
supposed to keep women away from the game. Like, you take the game,
Facts.
you take the information, you apply it to your life, and you upgrade your woman that way. You're not supposed to take my shit and just, hey, look, this is what he said. Because whether y'all know it or not, your woman be thinking you got guys up here got it going on, got all this clout and status and, you know, purpose and all this. In the back of her mind, she like, I might as well fuck him. You
Exactly.
thinking, you saying everything he said, I might as well go fuck him.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of y'all girls DM me, not, you know, some shit like that, but it's like, keep the game away from women. You apply it to your life, and then you upgrade your woman based on how you've built yourself. Don't sit and like, you know, now if you cool, like if you're a player, you got something to yourself, you can sit down with your lady and watch Fresh and Fit, watch the girls show and shit. But don't. A lot of these guys, they speak to their women the way we speaking to them.
Oh yeah.
You see the
Matter
way
of
we
fact
speaking
and
to
shit.
them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, or they'll show, you know, they'll try to prove a point to their woman, and they'll show them my video, or they'll show them your video. Like, look, he said this, so you don't do that. You're not supposed to do that, because she looking at you like you're supposed to have your own mind.
And here's the other thing too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I want you to finish.
You're supposed to have your own mind. You're supposed to have your own game as a man.
You should know this by now.
You know, not even that you're supposed to know this by now, but you're supposed to have you. Women don't like to look at you like you somebody's parrot.
Yeah.
You're not like you another man's parrot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you take what we give you and you add it to yourself, and then you deliver it in the way that you deliver it.